My mission, simply put, will be to keep Henry and Houston County the safest and best place to live and to raise our families. I will diligently work to ensure that justice is carried out in every single case, aggressively prosecuting those who break the law while seeking opportunities to allow victims to heal and safeguarding a growing and safe community for all families. As District Attorney, I will aggressively prosecute those who break the law, working as a team of law enforcement to put forth better cases through training and technology for victims to be served, putting violent criminals behind bars, and protecting our community. Under my leadership, the integrity of this office is a priority, and I will ensure good stewardship of every tax dollar. I will serve to protect the citizens of our community, our children, grandchildren, our vulnerable, our churches, schools, and businesses, and I pledge to work diligently to keep Houston and Henry County growing in prosperity and safety. I believe the role of District Attorney requires that person to be able to lead. For the past 15 years, the buck has stopped on my desk. I believe that I have more experience for what it takes to be the District Attorney because I have had to be the leader for the last 15 years. I have managed the budget and finances of our office. I have made every important decision in every case that I've had for the past 15 years. I didn't have a supervisor. I didn't have anybody to go and ask permission from. I developed the theory of the case. I interviewed the witnesses. I drafted all the necessary motions and documents. I orchestrated the strategy in every single case. Not only do I have the experience, I have the skills earned through hard work in both prosecuting and defending both misdemeanor and felony cases. I have developed these skills by trying all kinds of cases in all kinds of courts, from federal to state, probate, to municipal to bankruptcy court, from A to Z, from assaults to zoning matters, from simple traffic cases to Class A felonies. The role of District Attorney requires leadership in these skills. Because of my experience as lead attorney over the last 15 years, I believe that I am qualified in this, coupled with my accounting and background experience. I believe that I am the best candidate. I am I believe that I'm the hardest working candidate. I knew that when I started law school, I was by far not the smartest. I knew that I had learned two skills. I learned discipline and hard work. And I knew that I could outwork my other classmates. And with God's blessing, I was able to successfully graduate at the top of my law school class. More important than that, I've continued with that same work ethic for the last 17 years, and I promise to bring that to the office of District Attorney. I would appreciate your vote and consideration on March the 1st. I thank you for your time. God bless you.
Good afternoon. I, like Becky, am not a politician. I'm a career prosecutor. I was raised in a family where with my dad, who was a lifetime law enforcement. This time of the year is kind of a bad time of the year for me. Emotional year. But, this past Sunday would have been my oldest son's 16th birthday. And I say would have been because on June the 15th, 2005, he was 5 years old, he got into a neighbor's pool and drank. And the pain and the anguish that myself and my family went through because of that, I feel like I can identify with the victims of crime. Now, he wasn't killed by a gun, he wasn't killed by a knife. But that pain is the same for us as it was for any victim in a crime. And isn't that the primary job of a district attorney? To be a voice, an advocate for victims, whether it be a murder victim's family, a lady who's been raped, or a child who's been molested. Isn't that what the district attorney is there for? And I feel like that I can do that. I feel like that I have done that. I have been associated with victims groups here in this jurisdiction since their beginning. I was one of the initial members of the Child Advocacy Center. Local Victims Against Crime and Leniency, Angel House. I'm the president of the board at Angel House now. I will and I will continue to work with those organizations. And I will continue to be a voice for victims. Now, let's talk a little bit about community involvement and how you get involved and bring forth programs to better help our community. Look at what somebody has done. Don't look at what they say they will do. Look at their history. I've been a member of Northside Methodist Church since 1981. I've been chairman of the board. I've been chairman of the school board. I have been lately, I am still an adult Sunday school teacher. As lay leader, in the absence of the pastor, I took the pulpit. Don't know how much anybody got out of that, but I did. But I just wanted to show you and demonstrate to you that I have been active in our community. I will continue to be active in our community, and I will put our community first.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Arthur Medley. I'm running for district attorney. I'm asking for your votes. And in response to that, you're entitled to answers to questions. So I'll be staying afterwards. I encourage you to ask questions. I won't promise that you always like my answers, but you're going to know where I stand on the matter. Let me give you the short version right quick now. Before I get too far, I need to thank my wife, Tina, of 26 years. Without Tina, I couldn't be doing this. And some of you were supposed to mention this to her the other day, but I'll talk to you later, Valerie. This has been an undertaking, and while I continue to practice and campaign, I really couldn't do this without my wife and my family. Now, I view the job as district attorney as two important parts. There's the part of the prosecution which most everybody agrees with and understands. And of course, I worked in our DA's office here for 6 years, during which time I was promoted as chief trial attorney. I can do the prosecution end. But what sets me apart is the front half, being proactive, being out in the community, in our schools, working to help educate so that we can prevent crime. And what better way to serve a victim than if you never had a victim at all? Well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about reinventing the wheel? No. What we're talking about is using programs that are available. Things like Cybercrime 101 through the Office of Prosecution Services. The program's already there. Bringing back McGruff the crime dog. The Zero Method campaign continues to go on a national level. It's these types of programs. So we're not going to reinvent the wheel. But understand this too. There's things that are going to be specific to Houston and Henry counties. And so yes, I'll continue to communicate with you. We'll continue to identify what the current issues are, and we'll model what we need to do based on that. But that's the goal. The idea is if we make the community smarter, then we take opportunities away from the criminals. And if you think about it, you realize, and probably agree, most criminals are opportunists. They're looking for an opportunity, they're looking for the easy target. And I want to help every one of you become the not easy target. And let's just go ahead and discourage them and send them on the way. They can go somewhere else. But we'll make our community stronger and smarter. So those are the things that I'm talking about. Now, we have a website. It's medley48.com. And we're also on Facebook. I know many of you are following us on Facebook. You'll see that we post questions. People will post questions to me on there, and I'll answer them there. And that kind of goes back to what I was talking about. I'll put my answers out there in public. That's just how it should be. But like I was saying, the job of the DA is to represent the community. The only way that works is if we're communicating. So that's why I encourage your questions. I thank you for your attention. Ladies, thank you for the opportunity. And like I say, I'll be happy to stay around afterwards and talk to you later. But thank you.